May I have your attention, please? All rise. Lawrence County Municipal Court is now in session. Honorable dollar Capper presiding. All those having business before the court draw near, you shall be heard. God bless the great state of Ohio and this honorable court. You may be seated.
Good morning. Today is May 19th. Welcome to the Lawrence County Municipal Court. We have a really big docket today, so have some patience. Nobody was good over the weekend. So the jail is full. There's lots of new arraignments and quite a bit of cases on the docket already. So it's going to take a while to get through this. First thing is going to be review hearings, and that's for people who have been before the court before and have things they're ordered to do. We're checking to see if you're doing it. We'll call the reviews and we'll start the new cases after that.
Brittany Balco, Daniel Bryson, Garrett Childers, Jeffrey Collins, James Conley, Jennifer Cooper, Misty Dodson.
Brittany Balco, 24144. Brittany Balco.
Here.
Okay, she's on teleconference. Okay, you've got community service, you got to get that done. You've only done one day.
Yeah, I made a payment this morning, by the way. I don't know if it's updated or not.
No, it'll take till tomorrow before it hits. How much did you pay?
I put 20.
Okay, well let's see, this is a year ago, right?
Yeah.
You haven't done much. You gotta have to kick it in or I'm about to put you in jail. Because you got an OVI, that's a really serious offense, and you've paid so far $100, well, you say $120, and you've done one day of community service. And I take it you haven't done you gotta do the DIP school too, driver intervention program. You haven't done that either, have you?
No, not yet.
Okay, let's kick it into gear unless you want to go to jail, and you do not want to go to jail. Have you ever been to jail?
No.
Ours is particularly nasty, and right now it's full to the gills, which is not a good time to go because you might be sleeping on a mat on the floor. So get serious about this, act like it's important, and get it done. Okay? No excuses. I don't want any excuses. Let's get it done. Okay, I'm going to give you another hearing in about a month. Let me look at what our schedule looks like, and I want to see some progress next time you come in.
Okay.
Okay, June 20th, almost exactly a month. June 20th at 9 o'clock is your next hearing. Show me that you're serious about getting this done. Next hearing. Okay, that's all. Daniel Bryson, 212208 is here. And he just has fines left to pay. Are you making a payment today, Mr. Bryson?
I will.
How much?
$50.
Okay. Your payment, see the clerk, and I'm going to set you for June 20th also. June 20th, 9 o'clock is your next hearing. Go see the clerk and make your payment.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Garrett Childers, 24221. Garrett Childers has community service and fines left and hasn't appeared. So there's going to be a warrant issued for not appearing today. Jeffrey Collins. Jeffrey Collins is on Zoom. And the case numbers are 19304, 191082, 1521, and you're working on paying your fines.
Yes, sir.
Okay, it looks like you did make a payment on today. It's in the file. Okay, next hearing, June 20th.
Thank you, Ellie.
You're welcome. James Conlon, 22/27/20. Mr. Conley is at the council center.
That's correct, Your Honor. He's been with us since about the first of the month. He came to us from OVP.
Okay.
He's doing well, enrolled in our Hughes program.
All right. And he's finished his community service and paid his fines off. So you self-reported to OVP, or how did that happen? You went to
Yes, sir.
OVP?
I was wondering if, where I completed the OVP and I'm in Hughes now, I was wondering if you would be able to, like, do something about that DUI school.
Yes, I can. I'll tell you what I will do, and I'm not supposed to, but usually the prosecutor doesn't object, because under Ohio law, on a first offense, you're supposed to go to this 3-day program or weekend program. But if you complete the Hughes program, I'll count it for that, because you're going to do a lot more work on that than you would a 3-day program. So
Thank you, Your Honor.
you show me you get that done successfully, then I'll count it the same as you doing the all the driver intervention program. So, okay?
Thank you, Your
Is
Honor.
that a good deal?
Yes, sir.
All right, so he's going to be there for a while, right?
Yeah.
Let's go 6 weeks. I'm going to go into July for you for your next hearing. And let me know if he leaves.
Immediately.
Let's make it, July 3rd. That'll be a court day this year because it's, the 4th is on a Friday, so I'm going to make it July 3rd for your next week hearing. That's a Thursday at 9 o'clock, July 3rd. Okay, good luck.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Jennifer Cooper, 23/11/27. Jennifer Cooper. Okay, she has not appeared.
I'm right here.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear you. I didn't think you were here. Okay, you're at RRS.
Yeah, he's getting my report.
Okay, it's a good report. And I could do the same thing for you on your, because I don't think you went to the dip school, did you?
Yes, I did.
Oh, you did? Yeah, I see it in here, you completed. Okay. But you're doing more extensive counseling now, and I applaud that. You still have some fine to pay.
Yeah, I've been doing community service for that. I'm halfway through.
Okay. I'll set you for July 3rd also. July 3rd will be your next hearing, 9 o'clock. Missy Dotson, 23/7/06. This year,
Yes.
okay. Suzette Marshall. Good screen. Okay, good report. And I'd already told you I would accept this in lieu of you going to the dip school. It's in your judgment entry. You look like you don't understand what I'm saying.
What was
Okay,
it?
it was what I was talking about with the last one. On a first offense ODI, I'm supposed to make you go to that 3-day school, but you're doing more extensive counseling with Marshall. And I'm
Yes.
accepting that in lieu of you going to the 3-day school.
Thank you so much.
Okay. But you still have some fine to pay. Are you making a payment on it today?
10 today.
Okay. See the clerk, make your payment. June 30th will be be your next hearing, June 30th, 9 o'clock.
Thank you.
See the clerk.
Robert Hamlin, Destiny Gerald, Robert Jenkins, Elena Pennington, Ryan Plants, Agnes Sexton.
Okay, Robert Hamlin is here, 19/9/16 and 19/8/99. You just have fine. Can you pay anything on your fine?
Yeah, I have to leave and I try to pay on the website with my card, but I gotta pay so much on the website, I can't figure out. Somebody go to the ATM, get some cash, come back, and I got $40.
Okay, I'll put you down for 40, get here before 4 o'clock with that. And I'll set your next hearing for July 3rd.
All right, thank you, John.
You're welcome. Destiny Gerald is here. 23,595. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. How's your son?
He's good. He's getting ready to come home and school's over with.
Okay. Home is here.
Home is here now. Yeah.
Where are you from originally? I know it's up in West Virginia.
Braxton County.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's where he's been going to school.
Yeah.
You've done some community service since your last time you were here?
Yeah. I just didn't do any this past time. This is the only time I haven't, just because I'm moving and everything. And I'm being trained for managing, so I just haven't really had time. But I'll have it done.
Where are you moving?
I'm just moving down the road a little ways.
Okay, you're staying local.
Yeah.
Can you pay anything on your fine?
I can.
How much?
How much is left?
105.
I'll have to do it online. I'll either pay 25 or 50.
Okay, I'll put you down for 25. Set your next hearing for June 30th. June 30th at 9 o'clock. Robert Jenkins is here. 12/690, 12/697, 13/24/88. Paying all fines. Do you have a payment today?
I made a payment Friday.
May the 16th, you did make the payment.
Your Honor, he turned 4 hours of community service in this morning also.
Okay, very good. June 30th will be your next hearing, 9 o'clock.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Alina Pennington, 16/15/93.
Needs to get this back.
She needs it back.
She's at Orange County Recovery.
She needs that.
Okay. Oh, okay, so she did a completion, so we can get a copy of that, put it in the file. Okay, so is she completed with Orange County Recovery or just,
Yes, she has completed. She's chose to stay and do counseling,
okay,
but like the groups and everything, she's completed.
all right. Making a payment on your fines today?
I can tomorrow when I get paid.
How much are you gonna pay?
I'll pay 25.
Okay, I'll put you down for 25 tomorrow.
Okay.
Set your next hearing. This is a really old case, so we need
Yeah.
to,
I'm gonna try to get it paid off within the next couple of months.
June 23rd. Is your next hearing, 9 o'clock.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Ryan Plants.
I have pressure on her.
Yes. 23/15/41.
Mr. Plants has completed residential, sober living, and outpatient services. He continues to stay in touch with his counselor even though he doesn't need to. At this point, his sober support is also with the clients within the house. So he stays closely connected even though he's completed.
Okay, good job. The only thing I'm showing that's left is 1 day of community service, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'll give you a date, but hopefully you'll have it done, you don't have to come back. Just get the 1 day done in the next month or so and you'll be finished. I'll set it for June 30th.
Thank you.
Gives you more than a month. So congratulations on getting everything completed.
Thank you.
If something happens and you don't get it done, you still have to show up June 30th at 9 o'clock. But hopefully you have it done.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Agnes Sexton. She's at RRS. And they've got me a report 22-740, 23-49, 24-209, and 210. Okay, based on this, I want her to go do a urine screen. Go do a urine screen today. And then
Okay.
come back.
It'll have Suboxone, and I take Suboxone.
Suboxone's okay. I'm fine with Suboxone being in there.
We're ready for arraignments, Joe.
Okay, we're gonna start the new cases, so anyone out in the hall or outside that's got a new case, they need to come in now and for this hearing, these sets of hearings. These are called arraignments. That's what the first hearing on a new charge is, or if you have a warrant outstanding and you want your warrant withdrawn, you're gonna get called with the arraignments. So, when your name is called, come up to the table to the right, stand there. I'm going to go over the charge with you. You need to understand the charge. You don't have to agree with the charge. It can be false. I don't file the charges. The prosecutor files them. So I don't know anything about your charges until I read them. You have a right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything about the case. If you choose to make statements, what you're saying is all on the record today. So if you, and a lot of times people want to get up and start talking about what happened. As soon as you do that, that's on the record. It could be used against you if you admit something about the case. You have a right to have an attorney, to have one appointed if you can't afford one. You have a right to bail and to make the state of Ohio prove any charge against you beyond a reasonable doubt. If you enter a guilty plea or no contest plea, you're waiving those rights. You should not waive your rights if you don't understand the proceedings, if you're confused, if you don't know what to do, if you want a trial, if you want a lawyer. You should enter a not guilty plea. Not guilty is always the safest plea to enter because it preserves all the rights you have. Call first case.
State of Ohio versus Kathy Fountain. Case number CRB 25219.
And ma'am, are you Kathy Fouts?
I sure am.
All right. And you have a copy of the charge, it looks like.
Yes, right here.
It's animals running at large, and it's alleged that Mason Township, April the 8th of 2025, you were the owner or keeper of some sort of animals. Horses, cattle, sheep that were allowed to go off of your property. That's a 4th degree misdemeanor, maximum penalty 30 days in jail, $250 fine. Do you understand the charge?
Yes,
Do you understand your rights?
yes.
How do you plead to this charge?
I guess I plead guilty. This is the first time I've ever been in court, so I'm not for sure what to say. I know my cows had got in his yard and I've offered to fix his property, but he doesn't.
Let's hear what the prosecutor has to say.
Okay.
We haven't talked to the victim yet, if she's made that offer, Your Honor. I don't know if the victim's here, it's just an initial. We maybe reset it, let us talk to the victim, see if the victim's satisfied.
Okay.
With
And
the-
it's a,
that and a-
Collis Simpson is the
Yes.
person that had the other property.
The other thing, if she could do is bring some verification that someone fixed the fence. That's really a big issue, is whether or not, because if they get out again and she hasn't fixed it, then it becomes a different
More serious
situation.
charge.
Yeah. So you
All right,
need-
ma'am, so if you enter a guilty plea, you're admitting the charge is true. Do you understand that?
Yes.
You waive your rights to have a lawyer and a trial?
Yes.
Okay, I'll accept your guilty plea, but I'm going to delay sentencing and let the prosecutor talk to the other people and see if they have any, claiming any damage to their property and what they want to say about it.
Okay.
And then, when you come back, would you bring me some proof that you fixed the fence? That won't
Yeah,
happen
like
anymore.
pictures.
Pictures would be good.
Okay.
I don't know if did you do it yourself or pay?
Yes, me and my son, we had trees across and We got them fixed.
Okay. All right, I'll let you sign a $500 signature bond. That just means you're signing a piece of paper that says, I promise to come to court or I'll pay a $500 penalty. So just come to court, you don't have to pay anything.
Okay.
And Your Honor, since this has been, I think, an ongoing problem, we might set it out a little bit just to make sure the situation has been resolved.
Okay. She'll have to wait because it's a fourth-degree misdemeanor. You have a right to make the state bring this to trial within 30 days, but since you're entered a guilty plea and we're going to look at whether you fix things, do you agree to go longer than that if necessary to figure this out?
I got pictures. I got the fence fixed and they,
I mean, I can set it like in a couple of weeks, but you may want to take longer just to make
Yes.
sure everything is fixed.
yes,
Take longer or set it?
Longer.
Longer, okay. Let's go about a month out
okay,
for your next hearing. So that would be, let's make it the 20th of June. I'm
okay,
gonna write that down in the, yeah, right there in the form for your next hearing date. June 20th. I'll set the sentencing at 10 o'clock that day, 10 a.m. Bring proof of fixing the fence.
okay,
Pictures would be good.
okay.
Do you have any questions, ma'am?
No, not at this time.
And for her benefit also, Your Honor, just to show that there are not any problems between now and then, that's another reason we're setting it out. Just to
Okay.
show you got it fixed.
Okay, yes.
All right, we'll see you on June 20th at 10 a.m.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
State of Ohio versus Timothy Ryan, CRB 25222.
If you need me, you'll let me know.
Yeah. Timothy Ryan White. Have you received a copy of the charge, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you're Timothy Ryan White?
Yes, sir.
Mr. White, it's alleged that at Rome Township on April the 4th of 2025, you knowingly caused Gary Roberts and Amanda Henry to believe you would cause physical harm to their person or property. The charge that's been filed is menacing. It's a fourth-degree misdemeanor, carries a maximum penalty of 30 days in jail, $250 fine. Do you understand the charge?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand the rights you have?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead to this charge?
Not guilty.
Do you want to be considered for a court-appointed lawyer?
Yeah. Yes.
Do you have a job?
Yes.
What do you do?
I work for Pepsi. Sales rep.
I have to determine your gross annual income. Do you know what that is?
What's, yeah. I'm probably not gonna qualify, but
I mean, I have to ask you about it. If you want to get your own lawyer, then I'll have to ask. But if you want a court appointed, there's a guideline. It depends on what your family size and your income is before I can appoint counsel.
I know I'm not gonna qualify financially. I make too much money, so I'm not gonna qualify.
Okay. So you want some time to try to hire a lawyer?
Yes.
Okay. How much time do you think you need?
I'm not sure. If the person that's made the complaint doesn't show up, will I need a lawyer?
Not ultimately, because ultimately it'll have to be set for trial. If they don't come to testify, then there's not going to be a case.
Okay.
So you want to see if they show up first?
Yep.
Hire a lawyer?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I don't want to spend money unless I have to.
Okay. Well, court hearings here for criminal court are Mondays or Fridays, which is best for your work schedule?
Mondays.
Mondays, okay. Let's set it for June the 9th.
June 9th.
That's a Monday. June 9th, be a pretrial at 10 o'clock. I'll let you sign a $500 signature bond. Do you understand what that means?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Not guilty plea is entered for you. Be back here June the 9th, 10 a.m. Oh, yeah.
What is it?
Did you ever go to the jail or were you cited? You were cited in, weren't you?
Yes, sir. Yeah, no, I didn't get arrested.
Okay, well, there's a new thing now with the Attorney General in Ohio. anybody that has a criminal charge that doesn't get fingerprinted, let's make it a part of his bond. You gotta go to the jail, get fingerprinted. So,
Do I have to do that today?
no.
Okay.
Just do it before you come back to court, then you give them the form. You'll need to take a form and give it to them.
Okay.
So that they'll know the purpose of the reason you're getting fingerprinted.
Okay.
Do you have any questions?
Okay. No, sir.
Mr. Cooper will get it for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Brady C. Smith, case number CRB 25267.
You're Brady Smith?
Yes, sir.
All right, Ms. Smith, it's alleged that on May the 1st at 4:50 PM in Union Township, you were fishing in Sims Creek without a valid fishing license.
Yes, sir.
It's a 4th degree misdemeanor, maximum penalty, 30 days in jail, $250. Do you understand the charge?
Yes.
Do you understand your rights?
Yes.
How do you plead?
Guilty.
Guilty means you're admitting it's true.
Yes.
Okay, the officer says, I observed several people fishing along Sims Creek, including a white female, later known as Brady Smith. I contacted her, asked to see a fishing license. She did not have one. I gave her a summons and released her. Okay, that's pretty much it. Do you have anything you want to tell me?
No.
Did you get a license afterwards, or?
No, I still haven't had one yet. My job, it's still kind of fresh. I'm still getting like on stable ground there, but I plan on doing that very soon.
Well, I'll tell you what, here, I'll give you your choice. First, you know, it's not, if you want to go get a fishing license and come back and show me that, then I'll do better on your fine and court costs.
Okay.
Or I can just give you fine and court costs today, and you don't have to worry about getting a fishing license. So what do you want to do?
I would prefer to get a fishing license because I do want to fish for the rest of the summer.
Okay. How much time do you think you need to get that done?
Could I have 2 weeks?
Yes. So that would be June 2nd.
June 2nd?
June 2nd is a Monday. I'll set it as a sentencing hearing. On June 2nd at 10 o'clock. I'm not going to make you sign a bond. Just show up and show me your fishing license and we'll go from there.
Awesome.
Okay.
Thank
10
you so
o'clock,
much.
June 2nd. You're welcome.
State of Ohio recall of Agnes Sexton.
Hey, we need to get down out here, being disturbing the court.
Have you seen the screen?
Yeah, there's, her counselor said that she has a medication that sometimes pops dirty for that.
Okay.
False positive. So whenever
Alright.
that happens, we send it off and usually it comes back negative.
Well, as you know, that's a very dangerous substance, so I want you to continue to
It's
monitor.
Wellbutrin is what it is, it's causing it. I'll just quit taking it.
Well, look back at some of your past screens and you didn't, I don't see that you tested for that. So
Yeah.
you are getting screened at RRS, so I just want to make,
Yes, weekly.
okay, continue, and there's been some issues with that, so Continue with it. Can you make any payment on your fine today?
I believe I can make 20.
Okay. See the clerk?
Do you all still do the community service at the Chesapeake Community?
Yes.
Every
Coordinated
day?
with Mr. Cooper,
Who's Mr. Cooper?
right here.
Oh, okay.
He's over community service. I'll set your next hearing for June 23rd, 9 o'clock, June 23rd.
If you don't care, I'm gonna have you go back and screen today with us, and we'll send it off.
Okay, that's it.
State of Ohio versus Kendra Brown, case number CRP 25221. Kendra Brown.
Kendra Brown was summoned to appear. It's not good service, it's residential service, so that is not sufficient since she didn't appear today. So I'm going to pass it for service. No good service.
State of Ohio versus Aaron K. Wells, case number CRB 25220.
Sir, you're Aaron Wells?
Yes, sir.
You're charged with failure to confine a dog. It's a minor misdemeanor. Maximum penalty is $150 fine. There's no jail time. It's alleged this happened in Perry Township on March the 14th, that you were the owner or keeper of a dog that you felt to confine physically. Do you understand the charge?
Yes.
How do you wish to plead to it?
I want to say not guilty because there's a neighborhood dog and I've had ongoing problems with the neighbor saying it's my dog, and I was in court last year for this. And
okay.
Yeah.
We'll just set it for a hearing if you want.
But like I said, there's a neighborhood dog and the cop came up there and we had a birthday party that day, so the dog was laying on the back porch when the cop showed up, so.
Okay, they have to prove, that's one of the elements, they have to prove that you're the owner or keeper of this dog. So if they can't prove that, then you'll be found not guilty.
Yeah.
But today's not the trial, so I
Yeah,
can't just take your word for it and say, okay, you're right, I'm going to dismiss it. So
Yep.
the state gets a chance to present their evidence. Okay, are you working, sir?
Yes.
Mondays or Fridays for your hearing? When do you want it?
I do Friday.
Friday's better?
Yep.
Let's do June the 6th, first Friday in June.
All right.
Trial. June the 6th for a trial. Now, I'm going to set it at noon, because usually we don't get to the evidentiary hearings till at least noon. So 12 p.m. on June the 6th. If you got witnesses, then you need to have them here, or you can subpoena them to the clerk's office.
Okay.
Any questions, sir?
That's it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Brandon P. Pike, case number TRC 25998 A and B.
And sir, you're Brandon Haight? Hayes, sorry.
It's okay.
H-A-I-G-H-T, correct?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Haight, it's alleged that on May the 16th at 2:16 p.m. in Perry Township, you were driving a vehicle while you were under the influence of alcohol, drugs, or some combination of those two things. It's alleged that this would be your second offense within a look-back period. On a second offense, the maximum penalty is 6 months in jail, $1,625 fine, and a 5-year license suspension. The minimum penalty is 10 days in jail, $525 fine, and a 1-year license suspension. And if the vehicle's titled to you, there's a mandatory 90, and it is alleged to be titled to you. There's a 90-day impoundment of the vehicle required also. States alleging that you refused to take tests. The other charge is driving left of center. That's a minor misdemeanor, maximum penalty is $150 fine. Do you understand the two charges filed against you?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand the rights you have as a defendant?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead to this charge?
Not guilty.
Do you want to be considered for a court-appointed lawyer?
Yes.
Are you working?
Yes.
What do you do?
I work for Soot Shaker Chimney Sweep. I clean chimneys.
Okay. Are you paid by the hour? How are you paid?
Yes.
How much per hour?
$35 per hour.
Well, unless you're not working very much, you're not going to be eligible for a court-appointed lawyer. How many hours a week do you work?
40.
Okay. Do you have children?
Yes.
How many?
2.
Still going to be eligible. Yeah. You're making over 70,000 a year gross. So, yeah, you have to hire your own lawyer.
Okay.
How much time do you need to do that?
Maybe a month.
Okay. Mondays or Fridays for your next hearing?
Mondays.
I'll set it for June 16th. And that's going to be a pretrial, June 16th at 10 o'clock. I'm entering a not guilty plea for you.
Okay.
And you didn't post a bond, did you? I don't see one in the file. I'll let you sign a signature bond of $2,000. As long as you come to court, you don't have to pay the $2,000. If you don't come to court, you get a warrant, and then you have to pay $2,000 when you get arrested. So if you come to court, you won't have to pay any money.
Okay.
You're guaranteeing your interference. Now, you are under a license suspension because of the refusal. Do you understand that? Any questions? Okay.
Does he need fingerprinted, Your Honor?
That too, yeah. They have to keep reminding me because it's kind of a new thing. You're going to have to go to the Lawrence County Sheriff's Office and get fingerprinted. We'll give you a piece of paper to take with you. So before you leave, Mr. Cooper will come and find you and give you that piece of paper to take with you to get fingerprinted.
Okay.
Any questions, sir? Okay, that's all.
State of Ohio versus Michael W. Grzewinski, case number CRB 24176.
And you're Michael Brzezinski?
Yes, sir.
All right, you had a review on last week.
I thought it was this week, but it was last.
Okay. You've done some community service since your last hearing, and you made a payment today. So I won't issue a warrant for you, hadn't been issued yet. No warrant to be issued. And I'll give you another review hearing. And do you...
Is that a report?
Yeah.
Okay, so you got a report for me to look at? He was at OVP.
No, I'm at JFT.
Okay, let's see. Is this my copy to keep?
Yeah.
Okay, it's a good report. Does it matter if it's a Monday or Friday when you come back?
No, Friday would be better though.
June 27th.
June 27th.
June 27th will be your next hearing at 9 o'clock.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Brandon Masters, case number CRB 23421. Brandon Masters.
Brandon Masters. This was set for a review hearing on April the 15th. Got a report? Yes. Yeah, he's inpatient now.
Yes.
And you finished STAR?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, our cancel warrant. Set you up on review hearings and set your next hearing will be June 23rd at 9 o'clock. So you'll come back, RRS is going to give me reports. Just make sure we get good reports, and then eventually we're going to have community service and fines and costs to pay, but right now the main thing is your sobriety. I want you to focus on that, and then when you get some time, we'll work on your community service and fines.
All right.
Okay, June 23rd is the next time.
State of Ohio versus Kaylee Bennett, case number TRT 22-1604 A and B, TRC 22-170 A, B, C, and D, PRD 21-2280 A, B, and C, TRC 20-2681 A, B, and C.
And you're Kaylee Bennett.
Yes.
And this was said a week ago.
Yeah, I thought that you guys had the court for like rent and stuff on Monday, so I thought my court was Friday, but it wasn't.
Okay. Have you made any?
I have $100 to pay this evening.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand what you said.
I have $100 to pay this evening. I'll do it online. I just talked to Mr. Major. I have to have a biopsy done Wednesday, so if I'm feeling okay, I'm going to come Thursday to do my community service.
Okay. Yeah, you still have some hours to get done.
Yeah, he told me I have 36.
June 23rd will be your next hearing. 9 o'clock.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Your Honor, we're going to be ready for pre-trials. If the attorneys want to come in.
Okay, we need the prosecutor and the attorneys for pre-trials.
Start pre-trial. State of Ohio versus Alexis H. McDonald, case number CRB 25-280 and CRB 25-161.
Alexis McDonald. Is there a new charge here?
There is.
Okay. Have you received the new charge, 25-280?
I have not.
Yeah. I don't have an extra copy in the file.
Okay. We'll accept service.
May have this paper copy.
Okay.
Failure to confine.
We would enter a plea not guilty, Your Honor, and ask that the bond from the first case be applied to it.
All right. That's agreeable.
Well, Your Honor, this is the second charge of this kind. One is still pending, and now we've got another one.
Right.
And so we're very concerned about the people in the neighborhood and their safety, because this dog keeps getting out and hurting people, hurting animals. So, you know, we think that the dog should be ordered to be constrained, put in the county dog shelter.
Mr. Holt agreed to accept it. Mr. Holt, what say you?
Your Honor, we obviously don't agree with the charge. The dog was actually shot by the neighbor. Ms. McDonald believes that the dog was on her property when the dog was shot. It was not on. The dog was shot because he was in the neighbor's yard. But we don't agree with that, Your Honor.
Well, I mean, is that then a moot issue? Is the dog dead?
No, the dog's still alive.
Okay.
It was injured. Since the first charge, Ms. McDonald's purchased a visible fence. The dog, it is enclosed in a fenced-in yard.
Really not investing in a taller privacy fence that will have no access to.
Okay. And the dog, it's a German Shepherd, so the dog, they are putting in a privacy fence where there's no danger of the dog ever jumping over the fence.
Okay, well, let's do whatever's necessary to keep the dog up. And then come back for another hearing.
Yes, Your Honor.
When do you want to do that?
We have some additional discovery to review, Your Honor. I didn't know that she had been charged additional charge until today. I'm sure Mr. Hill probably wants to get back sooner than.
Well, the only thing, unless there's a time waiver, we're on kind of a short
We'll
leash.
It doesn't matter, it's fine.
Yes, Your Honor, we're okay waiving time.
You have a preference as to a date?
No, Your Honor.
I would say, actually, June 2nd's not a bad date. After that, June 2nd, 9th, any Monday in June is good. It's getting pretty busy.
Could we do the 9th, Your Honor?
I'm sorry?
Would the 9th work?
9th, yes. June 9th. June 9th for pre-trial.
Appointed, Your
I
Honor.
think he was appointed. wasn't
Yes.
he? June the 9th will be the next hearing on both cases. 10 o'clock, pre-trial.
State of Ohio versus Dylan Cade, case number CRB 25-130. Your Honor, this is Mr. Holt's case, where I see that it's marked for a special prosecutor, Mr. Ashworth. I see him on the-
Mr. Ashworth is ill today.
Yes, Your Honor.
So, you want to continue it to June 9th?
That works, Your Honor. I think Mr. Ashworth wanted a trial date.
Oh, okay.
I'm fine with that as well, if you want to try it on June 9th.
Okay, set it for June 9th at noon for trial. If that doesn't work, then you can file a motion to continue.
Understood, Your Honor. There are at least 2 independent witnesses that we'll have to check with. I know they all work, so. Thank you, Your Honor.
You are.
State of Ohio versus Stephanie Schaefer, case number TRC 25-379 ABC. Stephanie Schaefer.
Mr. McCown's case set for pre-trial. Stephanie Schaefer.
Your Honor, she was in the hall.
Stephanie Schaefer, come into court. Okay, we'll pass it.
There she is, Your Honor. I apologize. It was full when she looked in earlier.
Okay, this is set for pre-trial today.
Your Honor, it's my understanding, after speaking with my client, with Mr. Hill, she does not wish to pursue the expense of a motion to suppress in this matter, with entering no contest plea with stipulation of finding of guilt.
Is that correct, ma'am?
Yes.
Your Honor, we moved to not lay the other charge, the Mark Lanes.
Okay, and this is a first offense with a test score of 159.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Anything that you wish to tell me about this, Ms. Schaefer? You have a right to make a statement.
Yes, sir.
There was also, looks like a ticket filed. I'm showing a ticket for littering, but I don't have a case number on it. Oh, there is an A, B, C, and D.
I didn't see the,
It's D, Your Honor, the littering is D and C is one lane.
I didn't receive the others, Your Honor.
Yeah, they're on separate tickets in the file.
I think the littering was a
cigarettes.
We don't have a problem with not laying that, Your Honor.
Okay. Then that still leaves us. So, you got left to center, Mark Lanes, kind of same thing, and littering. Do you want, are you acknowledging all 3 of those, or how do you want to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so everything but the A case is not with that OBI, it's the main charge anyway. She does have proof of insurance. I can give you unlimited driving privileges, but you have to get the blow and go device placed on your vehicle if you want that. I can give you limited driving privileges, but you don't have to get any kind of device placed on your vehicle.
Limited, Your Honor.
Okay. I'll impose a $500 fine. Order her to pay the court costs. 6-month license suspension that started the day of the offense. 20 days in jail, all suspended on the condition that you do 5 days community service and go to the 3-day school, the driving intervention program. Give you limited driving privileges for work, community service, go to the DIP school, that's the 3-day school. Anything other emergent type driving that you need to do.
Child care.
Okay, I'll make the child care. So if you get stopped, you have to show that you're within those allowed reasons for driving. So the best thing to do is don't get stopped. Use your turn signal, obey the speed limit, all those things, so you're not having to explain. Especially if you go out of state, sometimes. The only state we really had a problem with is Kentucky, but sometimes they don't accept the piece of paper that I say you're allowed to drive. Okay, the review hearing will be November 17th, so that's a hearing to make sure you've done the things you're ordered to do. You got to show up then, 9 a.m. If you're not finished, if you complete everything, you don't have to show up for that hearing. We have a community service program here at the court. You're going to check in with your probation officer, Mr. Major. He'll go in more detail about what you got to do to complete, and he's your contact person at the court. Do you have any questions of me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, check in with Mr. Major. He's to the left as you leave the courtroom. Then you're free to go after that.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
And may I briefly approach on another?
Sure.
State of Ohio versus Cody Ingalls, case number CRB 25104. That's Mr. Rogers' Smith's case.
Is he set for a pretrial today?
Yes, sir.
Judge, I think we're heading towards a resolution. I think things are better, but we're not there yet. Could we have a Friday in June to come back and hopefully wrap this case up?
Okay, the 13th or after?
13th is fine. Is that good for you?
Yeah.
13th is fine, Judge.
June 13th will be the next hearing for pretrial, 10 o'clock.
State of Ohio versus
Thank you, sir.
David W. Moore, case number TRC 25135 A and B.
June 13th.
Mr. Smith's case set for pretrial.
Mr. Pastor. Likewise, Judge, would use that same date. This is a case that it's a second offense. I've been in discussion with the prosecutor. We're working towards a resolution, but we're just not quite there yet. We'll wait time.
June 13th?
We'll be fine, Judge. Is that good for you? Yeah, that's fine.
June 13th will be the next hearing, will be a pretrial.
Friday the 13th. At 10 o'clock. Thanks, Judge.
State of Ohio versus Adrian Price, case number CRB 24693, CRB 2567.
What's up? I did the evaluation with 5, and that's where we're at. And I give you the discharge instructions. I saw that. So if you show that to the judge where I was hospitalized.
Have that report in the file.
Yes, Judge, we were just talking about this. Well, I know the evaluation's been done, there's a report. I guess it's this situation where I guess we're waiting for ABH to get her up there.
Well, I guess we can discuss it with them. I don't think it's automatic that they're going to accept it.
I think that a discussion with their liaison there might be appropriate.
I agree.
She did also evaluate Thrive.
That's
in
right.
Evaluation. Are you using their services now?
Yes. And I have an appointment coming up pretty soon.
Who's that with?
Thrive.
Thrive.
She said she did an evaluation, she's going to,
Yeah,
until,
Juanita get a text about that.
yes, until we get a little further along, I think she's doing something to try to help the situation.
Well, we could attempt to contact Ms. Holler after court with
That's fine.
counsel. If you want to make a conference call with her, see what her position.
Well, and I said that, I'm supposed to be in Judge Walden's court at 1:30, I could maybe hook in on my phone, or, it just depends on what they're done with court catch. The finish of court.
Well, let's go ahead and get another date, but at some point we need to do that and see what your position's going to be.
Yes, I agree.
I left a message for her this morning, Your Honor. Maybe if we have time at the end of the docket, we can try to get it today if we have time.
Okay, and we come back pretty quickly. What about?
Any Friday.
I'm not going to be here that first week, so 13th again.
We can use that date, Judge. Friday the 13th.
June 13th.
10 o'clock.
Saturday is a pretrial.
Yes, sir.
And if we can, we'll try to do a conference with, I don't know her availability either, Ms. Haller's availability. She seems to be the key person on entrance to that facility.
She does. Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Supposed to get in contact with you. I tried and. I'm trying to stay steady on my feet.
State of Ohio versus Elson and Childers, case number PRC 25107, ABNC, PRC 23629, ABNC. Elson, Childers.
Your Honor, Mr. Childers contacted me. Evidently, his father, he lives in Branchland, West Virginia, so his father's his only transportation. Evidently, his father had to go out of town for work early, and so he said he's tried other modes of transportation, but he's been unlucky to find a way to help him out. I think he has, well, I don't see Josh in here, but he has done some of his community service towards his older cases. He said he still has a little bit left, but he also has that new charge. I would just ask the court, maybe we can reset this for another date, if we, next week, or it can be whatever easier for the court.
Yeah.
This is a driving under suspension, another.
And he's got an old ODI that he's still working on.
That's the one, he said he's done some community service since last time he was here, but he still has to finish.
We're not opposed to continuance if it waves time.
We'd waive time, Your Honor.
June 2nd.
That's fine, Your Honor.
James request, cases are continued to June 2nd.
He's wondering if he needs to sign for marriage.
Pre-trial and review.
State of Ohio versus Raymond W. Meredith, case number CRP 25167.
Mr. Howard Smith's case, pre-trial.
This is
Mr. Meredith, he was ordered, he needs to get fingerprinting done. Is that done?
No, but can I get one of the papers and I'll go as soon as I leave here today?
Okay.
Your Honor, this is also one I'm going to have to file discovery on. I believe that one of the other, or the victim in this case is Alexis McDonald, who was just, I believe Mr. Holt represents, so I don't know if we need to address prosecution of both cases or how we need to do this.
Yes, she's the defendant in the 2 dog cases that are pending at the same time, so it may be necessary for us to have a special prosecutor.
I'll do a new one, Your Honor. I don't believe that has the fingerprinting thing on the bottom of it.
It's just handwritten.
Okay.
What date did you want to come back?
Your Honor, I believe, I don't know how long, if they want to address the special prosecutor part of it, I don't know how much time they would need, but we could come back on the 2nd, since we just set one for that day.
We might have already asked the court for that special
I didn't
prosecutor.
make a note of it.
But I think we're going to need to do that, just because of the fact that she's a defendant in another case and a victim in this case.
Okay, so I'll appoint Mr. Ashworth as special prosecutor. And I think I set one for him on the 9th.
I'm not available the 9th, unfortunately, Your Honor. I'm in Kanawha County that morning.
23rd.
23rd's fine.
State of Ohio versus Bailey Posey, case number CRV 25196.
Mr. Smith's case, pre-trial.
Is Candy Green here?
Yes. But my granddaughter was not she's not let me see my granddaughter. She can tell me, but she is very strong. I don't know her. She's been 10 years. Yeah, he gets her once a week whenever he's off work. That's our agreement until he's off for weekends. He gets her Friday or Saturday. He is also. She can't. She just won't allow her to drive from school. But I can't. She didn't put herself.
I understand. You just stand right here. Is there a protection order now?
There is,
Yes.
there is a protection order, yes. Candy, I don't even know, what is
your phone number? Because we didn't have it.
I need to address change.
Is there an address change too?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Your Honor, Ms. Posey is Ms. Green's daughter-in-law.
They weren't married, but they've been together for 10 years.
So they have a family relationship. And since this has happened, Ms. Green hasn't been able to see her granddaughter, and she's been accustomed to having her pretty regularly. And I think this has all torn the family up pretty badly. So I think our direction on this is going to be to try to help them to resolve the issues. You know, we hope everybody feels equally about that. There may be an issue that might help the family resolve some of these things. I don't think that, you don't want a protection order at this time, Sarah. So she doesn't want a protection
I
order.
want what's best for my granddaughter.
And I had mentioned that maybe if they tried to maybe discuss things among the family, they might be able to resolve some of the things that are issues. But may we approach from them? Sure.
That's okay, I'm sorry.
That's 429, County Road 411. In Proctorville, Ohio.
Okay, 4568.
I did it one time. But it's out there for 20 years, so it's working. 304 939 6314.
Thank you. Just stay right here, or here's fine, just so they're discussing.
Okay, this case is going to be recalled after Mr. Smith talks with his client further. The case will be recalled later in the document.
State of Ohio, James H. Spears II.
James Spears.
James Spears II. Case number CRB 25240.
How you doing, sweetheart?
Don't see the file, James. Oh, here it is. There's Cody Bennett.
Well, he went to jail already.
I don't, we have to talk. Yeah, I don't.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the first part.
Well, is he not set for tonight too?
No, he's already spoken. No, we haven't filed.
No, not here.
Yes,
Are
sir.
you sure he's not here?
Sounds good.
Is Caden Whittlesey here?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
That's what he said, for
Okay.
since we delayed it, so we should try to work this out.
Okay, that's good.
That's what I thought. Okay, the court needs me to see this guy.
I guess he's set to today. He's on. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got to be 7%, so. Appreciate you. I know, well, they can testify trial.
Yeah, if they don't dismiss it, then we'll go to trial. I hate for it to go to that, but the also is.
Approach, Your Honor.
Yes.
Okay. Your Honor, he's okay with doing that for, on both, for his case and the other case, so.
All right, so the state's willing to dismiss both charges if there's no further.
Only have 25-240 for the other case.
Woodingsley is 25-239.
Thank you.
25-239. Both cases to be dismissed. Is there any cost to be assessed on either of these cases, Mr. Wood?
Well, we didn't discuss that. Ought to be one court cost, at least.
It's fine.
And if who's going to be assessed?
We won't ask for court costs.
Okay, the state's willing to dismiss on both without a court cost, so let's make it August the 18th to be the next hearing. No appearance required as long as there's no further problems. Cases will be dismissed. You don't have to show up.
Yeah, if something happens and you call and you say that something's happened.
August 18th.
He's not even with us right now.
I know. So if no issues, then either way we have to come back, okay?
Do I need to finish that?
I'll come out in a minute and go over with you, all right?
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Drew.
State of Ohio versus Bruce Curry, case number CR 25-124.
Mr. Stratton's case set for pre-trial.
Yes, Your Honor. I got your message on Mr. Maynard.
Yes.
I have spoken to him. We probably need to discuss that.
Okay.
Yeah. Huh?
Thank you.
Any explanation for his non-appearance today?
No, sir. Yeah, I have no idea.
No, Your Honor.
His report's pretty good.
Yeah, report's really good. So, hold off on 7 days, maybe until a warrant's issued on this. That way I can get them back in here.
Okay, it's got 7 days to appear before warrant issues.
State of Ohio versus John T. Wellman, case number CRB 24444.
This is a victim case. Oh, did you
Mr.
know?
Stratton's case, pretrial.
Things going good?
Yeah.
Okay, he's making progress, but he still has things he's working on.
Yeah, it was, the third paragraph was, that's got a good attitude. I guess that's the first place to start, so.
Come back in a little over a month,
Yes, Your Honor.
June 23rd.
Yeah, that'll work.
June 23rd will be the next hearing at 10 o'clock.
State of Ohio versus Cheryl A. Russell, case number CRB 25216 A and B. This is set for arraignment.
Well, Your Honor, I've been retained to represent Ms. Russell. We will waive a reading in her not guilty plea.
All right, not guilty plea is entered. How do you want to proceed?
Judge, I intend to file discovery if we could set this on a Friday in June. She said, actually, she said Mondays are better. You can just tell her that. Let me check my calendar real quick. Just do it off the top. Fridays would go back to Friday. Judge, we'll wait. I have every Monday, I have a trial, believe it or not, in June.
So you want to go into July?
Judge, yeah, I could do that first Monday in July. I hate to go that far. My schedule's just terrible in June.
State's agreeable if there's a time waiver?
Yes. Absolutely, we'll wait time, Judge.
All right. At defendant's request, pretrial will be set for July 7th at 10 o'clock.
State of Ohio versus Gary L. Calico, case number GRC 25546 A and B.
Mr. Stiers' case.
Your Honor, this is an OVI that we have, I guess, sort of in theory worked out, but part of that is that Mr. Calico is going to get an assessment and perhaps follow-up care for substance abuse disorder. He does not have private insurance and does not qualify for Medicaid, so we've had some difficulty getting that set up. He now has an appointment this Wednesday for his assessment. So what I'd like to do is waive time and continue this matter. I guess I actually discussed this with Mr. Lambert before Mr. Hill got here, but I don't see any reason Mr. Hill would object. And I filled in the beginnings of the continuance entry, but I didn't pick a date because I figured I'd leave that to you to find a date that worked for the court's schedule.
Well, Mondays in June are pretty good, so if there's any Mondays in June you want to do it.
I could do the 9th.
Okay. June 9th will be the next hearing, pre-trial, 10 o'clock.
And Your Honor, we had previously discussed at the last hearing limited driving privileges for Mr. Calico for the purposes of coming to court and to treatment. You agreed to that, but we cut that off at today's date. What I've also prepared an entry extending those privileges until, and I left the date blank, I was going to fill that other date in. There's no objection from the state.
Yes, just have Mr. Hill execute.
Okay, hang tight. I'll get this for you.
Sorry.
To get here.
On limited driving privileges, are you agreeable to extending that for the next hearing date?
We're not opposed.
And I've prepared the entry. I'll get Mr. Hill's signature on it. Thank you. Just got to wait out there in the lobby.
State of Ohio versus Tracy Dillon, case number CR 24575, CRB 24576, PRC 24882, A and B. Tracy Dillon.
When I last checked outside, Ms. Dillon had not yet checked in.
Previously, Tracy Dillon was at St. Mary's, is that correct?
She has been in and out a couple times, Your Honor. I'm not aware of any issues of that nature at the moment, but I don't always find out until she gets out. Due to the nature of the charge and the situation we have here, I'd like to ask for a brief continuance and attempt to try to contact her and get her in here.
Mr. Hill?
I'm not opposed to that, Your Honor.
We want to stick with that date of June 9th.
All right, June 9th, at the defendant's request, is the next hearing.
And I will waive time constraints to accommodate that, Your Honor.
June 9th, pre-trial, 10 a.m.
State of Ohio versus Tevin Hay, case number CRB 22427.
Mr. Stiers, case of pre-trial.
And we've got a report from RRS. Your Honor, we had followed Ms. Hayes' treatment for an extended period over the last year or so, after which this charge was filed, though it had taken, the allegations were from prior to that. So we got her back in here. The state had indicated early on that they would agree to a dismissal of this charge upon completion of 18 hours of community service and payment of the restitution of $120. Ms. Hay has completed the community service. She's continued to be successful in treatment. However, she has a heart problem at the moment. She's actually scheduled, I think she's going to leave here to head to Morgantown to get checked out for open heart surgery. We anticipate that's going to probably take her out of the workforce for a period of time. And in light of that, and in light of her success and the fact she got the community service done, I think the state is willing to overlook the community service, and not community service, the restitution in this matter, and agree to a dismissal at this time.
Is that correct, Mr. Hill?
That would also be contingent on her report. I guess it's not a negative report, but from her counseling today?
No, it was a positive report today.
So that being the case, I think under the circumstances and her personal circumstances, that we can dispense with the restitution. It was supposed to be $120.
Yes.
We wanted to get better.
All right, it'll be Nolly.
Thank you.
Good luck.
State of Ohio versus Aaron D. Fraley, case number TRC 25799.
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Entering an appearance on behalf of Mr. Fraley. This is a case that we've had some ongoing discussions to try to resolve it with the state, but we're not quite there yet. So if the court would allow us a continuance of approximately 30 days, we may be able to have a resolution at that point.
So when do you want to reschedule it?
Is the 16th of June available, Your Honor? I think that's a Monday.
It is.
If so, that'd be fine. Does that work for you?
All right, defendant's request, continue the case to June 16th for pretrial 10 o'clock.
I haven't found anything out.
Oh, yes, and thanks for reminding me of that. He apparently there was some sort of failure to communicate with the sheriff's office. He went down and got a fingerprint, but it's not the one we need. We need one with an EIN, that's what it's called. What is it?
There's an ITN number.
ITN
What he did was
number.
got a
This is one.
background check.
If you go in and ask for this, it's called civilian background check, fingerprint. We need one that will be reported into the system. They're really cracking down on us doing that.
It's live scanned in the sheriff's department and it initiates it links to that ODAC charge.
So if he takes the judgment entry that is here, or there may be something on the bond.
There's a copy that's separate there, Your Honor, that was before we were putting in the bonds, I believe he was one of the first.
Let's get into this, because I've got, this is an extra copy. That's what he needs to take to the sheriff's office and get fingerprinted under that, and you'll know what form to do.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'm sorry for the misunderstanding, but he'll take care of that right away.
All right.
Is there any time frame that he needs to do that within?
Let's do it before the next hearing.
Yes, Your Honor. That shouldn't be a problem.
I don't mean to interrupt, but should he take the other one back to just in case to let them know that that's not what he needs?
I've got the one in the file if he wants it. It's of no use to us if he wants to show him what he did before.
That'd probably be fine, Your Honor.
It's called civilian background check.
Okay. Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
And then they'll send us the one that has the number that's assigned. It actually goes to the Ohio Attorney General's office.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, June 16th will be the next hearing at 10 o'clock.
That'll be fine, Your Honor. Thank you.
You are.
State of Ohio versus Douglas Kerr, case number CRB 25115.
All right, Mr. Kerr, do you have a attorney representing today?
No, I came across some problems with my vehicle and I had to get another car. I was going to ask you if any way I can get it continuous to, or maybe the 3rd of next month.
Well, this has been going on since February. Do you want to be considered for a court-appointed lawyer?
No. I'm pretty much got somebody already been talking to, so just...
You have an attorney that you're discussing this with?
Yes.
Is it somebody that practices in this court?
Yes.
Who's
James Holtz.
Oh, okay. He was here today. He was here.
Yeah, I spoke to him today and I spoke to him in his office.
Okay. Mr. Hill?
You know, the last time we were here, we actually, maybe it wasn't the last time, but in the past, we talked about, just because of the circumstances that are alleged in the complaint and the report, that we would like to maybe see him do some substance abuse treatment. And that
Well, I referred him to the VA, I believe. I don't know if that's...
Yeah, I'm unable to, I had to get a car, I couldn't go to any of my appointments or nothing.
So we'd still like to see that happen. If not the VA, then one of these other that's maybe more convenient for him. And if he's able to have a lawyer, then that would help also to with communications. Maybe we can get things resolved.
Do you want me to, I'd have to ask you about your finances, to whether to appoint counsel for you. Do you want me to ask about that, or?
I made too much.
Okay. Stay agreeable to continuing then?
Yes, Your Honor.
How much time do you think you need to finalize?
It's around the 3rd. At least to the 3rd.
And Mr. Holt, I think he said he's going to talk with you, or?
I gave him a card, Your Honor.
Okay. Yeah, let's get a date where you're available in June. Are you?
I'll be back on the 9th.
The 9th? Okay. I'm going to set your next hearing for June 9th.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You are. 10 o'clock, June 9th.
All right, thanks.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Gavin T. Corey, case number CRA 25258. Your Honor, he did turn himself into Lake County and is currently housed in there.
That's right. So case number 25258 was a Rule 4 hearing. It'll be dismissed. He has been taken in custody of Lake County.
State of Ohio recalls Bailey Posey, case number CRB 25196. Mr. Tyler Smith has been
Mr. Smith's case set for pretrial.
Okay. No, I mean, that'd be fine as long as we...
You just want to get it.
Yeah. Well, you think you're to see your granddaughter now?
I doubt it, but one.
Well,
See why not.
maybe we should not go out within 90 days. Let's go a little less than that and see how things are going. I want you get things worked out.
And I dropped the protection order, right? I just did it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so the request is for by Ms. Green, is for the protection order to be dismissed. Hopefully that leads to a little bit of reconciliation between the parties so that the family can, there's a granddaughter at stake here, I think that Ms. Green is very concerned about, and hopefully she'll be able to start seeing her. And hopefully that's helpful to Ms. Posey too, that she has somebody to look after her child. We also understand that Ms. Posey's already doing what we suggested, that what we would just need to get some reports to make sure she's sticking with that.
I can get some information for her.
She's currently treating a prostatic, Your Honor, so.
Okay.
I'll get a letter from her.
All right, so come back in a month or so.
30 days, that's fine, Your Honor. I'm available the 23rd or the 27th or the 30th, any of those dates.
Let's do the 23rd, June 23rd. Protection order is dismissed. At the request of Ms. Green.
Or Sarah just sent it. We'll just get a report of the treatment we're getting and stuff. And they direct you on.
The next hearing will be June 23rd, pretrial at 10 a.m.
That's suffices, maybe.
June 23rd.
State of Ohio versus Martin H.
Yeah,
Vinegar,
sure.
number CRA
And we'll just write it.
24633.
Little scratches. Yeah.
I'll put it on my phone when I get out.
Yes, this is Mr. Holt's case.
Thank
That's
you.
the preliminary hearing.
Hopefully everything works out good.
Yes, Mr. Arbor, Your Honor, Mr. Binnicker has a certificate for completion. He's done absolutely outstanding. He's done, from day one, he's done everything that's been asked. Last time we were here, we spoke about if he did complete, the state would possibly make a motion to dismiss. I mean, he's without any, I don't think he's had really any hiccups, any drama. He's just, he's done what he was supposed to do.
Did he get his certificate showing that he finished?
Yes, the court
Yeah,
has it.
they're
Okay.
printing a copy of it now.
Well, that is what we had indicated the last time. Well, actually back, I guess it was March the 31st, it was indicated that he was close to completion, and we indicated that we wanted him to finish it, and having done so, we're okay with the dismissal of the charge.
All right, Mr. Binnicker, congratulations, good job. Your case is dismissed.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Keep it up, keep up. You gotta keep doing it on your own now, though.
That's right, appreciate you.
You are.
Have a good one. You too.
Wait for it, I'll get you. I'll get it.
State of Ohio versus Michelle Atha, case number CRA 2595, CRA 2596.
Mr. Smith's case, preliminary hearing.
Good, everything's going.
Pretty good.
Is that the first?
She's doing very well, Your Honor, in treatment.
Okay, good job.
Thank you.
Maybe 6 weeks now?
It'll be fine, Judge. I'm here the 7th of July. We set one.
That's fine. July 7th will be the next hearing. Preliminary hearing.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Judge.
State of Ohio versus Aaron Runyon, case number CRA 25271.
Shall I say?
The Stratton's case, that's the preliminary hearing. He's at RRS. Good report.
Yeah. So we just continue, Your Honor? It is a
Yes,
felony.
He has a monitor.
Yes, yes.
All right, we'll keep it on for a while longer,
Okay.
but eventually we'll take that off. Thank you. 16th,
Yes.
June 16th.
She can do the probation.
Oh, yeah. What's her name? Megan, yeah.
Yeah, she wants me to let them pick him up tomorrow, like 10:30 at the printing, and actually you can sign the paperwork for the deflection.
Okay, good day.
Oh, yeah, sorry, Your Honor. He spoke to Megan. He's also going to do that with the deflection program.
Deflection, yeah.
He's also going to do the deflection program with Megan.
Okay,
so-
we'll finalize that maybe on the 16th.
Yes, yeah. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Your Honor, we're ready to go to the jail.
Okay, we're going to the jail now for some teleconferences.
State of Ohio versus Ethan Anderson, case number CRA 24706, and Dwight Collins is on deck.
All right, this is Mr. Smith. Well, it wasn't reviewed, so you showed up here for review.
Sorry.
Mr. Smith and representative. So you're Ethan Anderson? Okay. Your audio is not coming through. Let's try it again. Still not getting.
Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear now. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Anderson, it's alleged that you had failed to appear for a review hearing on April 25th of this year. It was on a resisting arrest charge. You've had a warrant outstanding since then.
Yes, sir. That's correct.
Do you admit or deny you failed to appear for your review hearing?
Yes, sir. I kind of got strung out, honestly. Like I'm not the smartest individual in the world, obviously. I have full accountability, and I said whatever comes with it.
So you were at the counseling center, I believe, for treatment and stabilization, and did you left there, or?
Well, I was at the counseling center, and I ended up getting kicked out. So whenever, so I was at the counseling center, and they kicked me out. I come to jail for, I think, 15 days, and then I ended up going to Shawnee. And whenever I got up at Shawnee, I know a bunch of people in Portsmouth, like a bunch of people, and I messed up completely. I messed up. I took a good opportunity and I screwed away. Exactly what happened. And there's no excuse.
Okay. How long you been in jail now?
Just not very long, just 3 days.
And did you get picked up in Scioto County or in Lawrence County?
I got picked up at Colbert at that sugar and spice place, right, like, you know, right over here. I didn't get any charges or nothing, I just, fake.
And it looks like you have some outstanding issues with Ironton Municipal Court also?
Yes, sir.
Have you appeared there yet?
I appeared there today at 1:30, I think.
Okay.
Your Honor, may I have a-
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, you gotta go there today on some sort of probation violation, and you had a resisting arrest here also.
Yes, sir.
Does the state take any position, or?
No, he pled guilty. We reduced.
Yeah, it was a felony, and it got reduced to a misdemeanor. He was sentenced, and this was on February the 18th, it looks like, of this year. 180 days suspended to go treatment at the counseling center with an ankle monitor. And then he got kicked out of there, went to Shawnee, I guess left there, and he's under probation for Municipal also.
Well,
So,
I'd like to see that 6 months in jail used as a convincer to get him to go back to treatment if he's willing.
yeah.
As long as I can get an ankle monitor on, I think that'd be best, because if I don't have an ankle monitor on, I don't know how to explain it. I know that sounds dumb to even say, but I'm not strong. I'm not strong. I'm not.
Let's put 2 monitors on him.
Well, I think maybe a little jail time first would be appropriate, so, we'll let you go talk to Judge Waldo, but I'm going to, sentence you on your failure to appear to 7 days in jail, put you back on the docket here. for the, well, it'd have to be 8 days, because 7 days is actually Memorial Day. So I'm going to make it 8 days in jail. And reschedule, let's keep a holder on him. Let's make it 10, just to make sure. 10 days in jail, reschedule him for a hearing on May 27th. And the whole idea is for him not to get released. We'll see what Judge Waldo wants to do. And then if he wants to let you out and then things fall in line, maybe I'll let you go to treatment on May 27th. So put him back on the docket for May 27th for a pre-trial on review.
Thank you.
At 10 o'clock. So, all right, I'll see you in a little over a week.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Dwight L. Collins, case number TRC 132305 A and B, and Jordan Dickens is on deck.
Sir, are you Dwight Collins?
I'm okay. I'm just going on my box.
Okay. Is your name Dwight Collins?
Yes, it is.
All right, Mr. Collins, I'm Judge Capper in the Lawrence County Municipal Court. You've got a charge here. That's what I'm going to go over with you. It's an old case from 2013. It's alleged that you were driving a vehicle while you were under the influence of drugs, and it's alleged at that time you had a prior offense of driving under the influence, so this would be considered a second offense. For some reason, they released you, and you didn't come back to court for your arraignment, and that was on August the 12th, 2013. There's been a warrant, capias actually, issued for you ever since then. So that charge carries a maximum penalty of 6 months in jail, $1,525 fine, and a 5-year license suspension. You're also charged with driving without a license. That's a unclassified misdemeanor, maximum penalty, 500 hours community service, and a $1,000 fine. Do you understand these two charges?
Yes.
How do you plead to these charges?
Guilty.
Guilty means you're admitting they're true, and by doing that, you waive your right to have a trial and to have a lawyer. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me read, I've got a report here from the incident. The officer says August 10th, 2013 at 10:59, I observed a white Chevy four-door go off the right side of the road and start to climb an embankment on Delta Lane. Noticed the car was going slower than normal. Well, I stopped the vehicle near the Country Hearth Hotel. I approached from the driver's side of the vehicle, observed a male driver with red glassy eyes. His speech was raspy. Passengers appeared to be nervous. As the driver exited, he was sweating profusely and was anxious. He was identified by Kentucky ID as Dwight Collins. I checked his eyes for horizontal gaze and nystagmus. There was no clues there. The driver's eyes would not converge. I gave him a walk and turn test. While walking, he stepped off the line to steady himself. He did not touch heel to toe. On a one-legged stand, he would sway, raise his arms more than 6 inches for balance. He was placed under arrest for OVI. He was transported to post 44. He consented to give a urine test, but said he could not pee. He told me he had been prescribed 6 Percocet a day and was also taking Neurontin. He was charged with OVI, no operator's license. He had a previous OVI in 2012. He was also cited for refusal. He was transported to the Country Hearth Hotel. Okay. Do you have any statement you want to make, sir?
I didn't feel like I was under the influence of anything. I was driving simply because there was a problem with the car, and it was a cousin's car, and she wasn't capable of dealing with the problem with the car.
Well, why did you enter a guilty plea then if you didn't feel like you were under the influence?
Well, I don't know.
Okay.
I'd just like to get this behind me. I've been in a drug rehab, it's an alcohol rehab. I just graduated 2 weeks ago, and
How did you wind up getting arrested on this charge?
it was back a long time ago. Me and another friend were coming over to a store over here in Ironton, and I forgot all about it, and they had arrested me on it.
Well, what caused them to stop you? This time, why were you stopped and found out that you had this warrant? What happened to cause that?
They had a problem with his license plate display, but it was totally illegal.
Okay, so you ran a car that got stopped on a traffic stop, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was driving, it was his car.
Yeah, you were a passenger.
I was just a passenger.
Okay, what treatment facility were you in? You said you just graduated from a treatment facility.
Revive in Moorhead, Kentucky.
Okay, because I had a Greenup, Kentucky address for you back when this happened, was that right?
That's my home that burnt down. That house that burnt down.
Okay. Well, do you want to change your plea then to not guilty? Because you told me you didn't think you were under the influence at the time.
Well, I don't know. I don't know that lawyer. I don't know what to do. I didn't know.
Do you have a job? I'm assuming you don't.
Have what?
A job. Do you have a job? Do you have any income, money coming?
No, I'm on disability, Your Honor.
Social Security is your only income?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to appoint Mr. Stratton to represent you. I'll change his plea to not guilty based on his comments that he's made. But since he failed to appear previously, I'm going to have to set a bond. Do you think you can post a bond? Got any money where you can post a bond?
I have $800 with me.
Well, that's your work. I'm going to set your bond at $1,000 cash or surety.
Yeah, that's right.
And we'll let a bail bondsman talk to you. You should be able to post bond.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You want to set it for June 2nd? That's 2 weeks. Are you available then?
Yes, June 2nd will work, Your Honor.
Okay, you're going to have to come to court on June 2nd, 2 weeks from today.
Okay.
And it's in the court at Chesapeake, Lawrence County Municipal Court. Do you know where Chesapeake is?
Yes, I do.
Do you know where the court is in Chesapeake?
Yes, I do.
Across from the flea market on County Road 1. Hole 52. Okay, so you got to be here June 2nd. Do you have a phone where Mr. Stratton can reach you?
No, it's in the mail and it's being mailed to me.
Do you have someone that's close to you that he can call and get a message to if he needs to?
I have revealed
As what?
Revive where I graduated. I can call them. That's the only number I got that I know.
Where he went to, he just says he just got out of a treatment program.
The treatment.
Where are you going to be living once you get out of jail? Where would you go to?
I was in Silver living with the guy that I got pulled over with.
Where's he live?
He's on disability too, and he lives in the same
So is this with Reveal? You're still with Reveal?
Yeah, Reveal.
Do you have a phone number for them?
I'm sorry?
Do you have a phone number for Reveal where you're doing sober?
Yes.
What is it?
It's 606 548-5551.
Okay.
Okay, he got the phone number.
Yeah, I got the phone number, and I already texted Mr. Sowards about.
Okay, so bail bond is going to be contacting you shortly about you posting bond.
Okay.
And then 2 weeks from today, you got to be in court at 10 o'clock.
Okay.
If you don't show up, he'll be after you.
Right. I understand.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Jordan Dickens, case number CRA 25285A and B, and William Earls is on deck.
May we approach for a second, Your Honor?
Yes, this is Mr. Stratton's case, set for preliminary hearing.
Oh, I know which case this is. And that, it was $10,000 cash surety bond. Mr. Dickens came out and whatsoever.
All right, after discussion with counsel at the bench, it's my understanding that Mr. Dickens is willing to waive the preliminary hearing, and the case will then go on to the grand jury.
Your Honor, of course, we would like a signature bond in this matter, even a bond to allow him to go to treatment, even with an ankle monitor. I know the prosecutor is not in agreement with that, so I anticipate the court leaving the bond at the same, at $10,000 cash surety, but we will waive our preliminary hearing.
Okay. If there was a bond he thought he could post, I would consider that, but that's my understanding, there's no bond he can post.
There's none, there's no bond that he can post, no.
Mr. Dickens, you look like you wanted to say something.
Yes, I might be able to have somebody come up with like half of the bond.
I'll lower it to 5,000.
Thank you. Is treatment an option, even with the monitoring?
I'll require treatment. So, you have Medicaid?
Yes, sir.
What state?
Kentucky?
Can OBP take Kentucky?
We can call to run it to see if it's an insurance we accept.
Do you know who your Medicaid's through in Kentucky?
If I heard it, I would know.
Okay. All right, well, if you can postpone, and I'll require an ankle monitor, and he can go to OBP if you want.
United Family Recovery accepts Kentucky.
Who does?
Sure. UFR.
Okay. I can modify it if they decide they want to take him. I think we need an ankle monitor also.
Yeah.
We're okay with that if there's a monitor.
All right, case is bound over to the grand, waived to the grand jury.
Yes.
State of Ohio versus William Earls, case number CRA 25187, CRB 25188, CRB 24788, and Justin Hackworth is on deck.
Morford is representing Mr. Earl.
Judge, we're waiting him to be indicted. I believe he's going to be presented to the grand jury on the 21st. Jan?
May the 27th.
No, May 29th.
I gave him a list of dates when he was here last time. I'm gonna be out of town for training for my job.
You did that. Yeah, it should be in the file.
I gave the list of dates and then.
You did give a list of dates.
Can't hear very well.
Nothing's happening, Mr. Earls, right now. The prosecutor's talking.
Okay, thank you.
So is this gonna be on all of it, or just the domestic, or the strangulation? Okay, so that's all. But even now, but he needs mandated injections or the meds, because if you give him pills, he won't take them.
I understand. Approach on.
Yes.
That's what I was telling these guys. That's what we're here today. But I'm texting right now. You did write the dates.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say, so wait and take it. So wait and take it. I have your wrong address. 1879.
Yes.
Okay. Wait. Okay, that's
That's my
right.
phone, okay. So when will it get moved to now?
So we gotta get it out of this court first. And I'm texting right now, tell them not to schedule it on the 20th, because you're already at work. We'll have to wait until it's confidential, okay? So, but I don't, we don't know that date yet until they schedule it. So wait till next time.
These are nationwide children's appointments. Now, just cancel them, it takes a couple months to get them rescheduled.
Get the whole process started earlier than waiting for
Yeah, I'm raising my grandchildren who have special needs and health issues and stuff. Just trying to work.
I'm out to tell.
Well, I think you So, we're gonna hold off and call court clinic today to see if we can speed up the process for Mr. Earl's evaluation. So he doesn't have to sit in jail and wait on that to happen. And we'll do that at the end of the document. Then I'll
Thank
put
you.
something on the record.
Grand jury's
Yeah.
on June 26th.
Okay, so we'll come back to you, Mr. Earls, and let you know what happened.
Thank
I thought they were having a pre-stop today.
We're gonna call the people that are doing the evaluation and see if they can move it up and get it done faster, rather than you just sitting around waiting on it to happen.
And getting some sort of, our bond out here or something?
No.
Well, we'll consider that later also,
Okay, when will I return?
when we get to the end of the document.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so we'll come back to you today.
Okay, God bless you.
State of Ohio versus Justin Hackworth, case number CRA 25223. Greg Henry is on that. Gregory Henry is on that.
Justin Hackworth this is Mr. Mucker, this is your case also.
Justin Hackworth.
This is the one that we were trying to get into, I put it on the docket for today, we weren't sure that he would get into treatment.
RRF will pick up today, Your Honor.
With the GPS monitor. We couldn't get the monitor placed Friday, I think is what happened. So I'll release Mr. Hackworth to go to RRS with the GPS monitor. And then I put him on the schedule for Friday, just to make sure he is there. That's the 23rd. So you should get picked up today, Mr. Hackworth. We couldn't get the monitor down for you Friday. It should happen.
Okay, sir, I appreciate that.
And we'll see you on Friday. Get me a good report when we come back.
Yes, sir.
10,000 OR.
Thank you, Your Honor.
State of Ohio versus Gregory S. Henry, case number CRB 25293. And Zachary Jenkins is on that.
This is for arraignment on Gregory Henry.
here's the thing. If that's not, is it a CPO?
Oh, no. See, the lady that was called me and said that he was trespassing. He's lived there for 5 years. He was not trespassing.
Oh, it's a temporary protection order. It's been pending since October. Has there been a warrant?
What's our case?
Sir, are you Gregory Henry?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Henry, I'm Judge Capper. I'm at the Lawrence County Municipal Court, which is in Chesapeake. This is your arraignment hearing. The purpose of this is to tell you what the charges are and take a plea from you. You have a right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything. If you say things, what you're saying is on the record. It can be used against you. You have a right to have an attorney, to have one appointed if you can't afford one, to have bail, and to make the state of Ohio prove the charges beyond a reasonable doubt. You understand those rights? Your charge was violating a protection order. It's alleged that May 17th of this year in Perry Township, you violated a protection order. That's a first-degree misdemeanor, maximum penalty is 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine. Do you understand the charge?
We had one just in March.
How do you wish to plead to this charge?
Let me see
Not
this.
really, Your Honor.
You want a lawyer appointed?
Court case.
Yes, sir.
You have a job?
No, sir.
You have no income?
No, not at all.
Mr. Stratton, I'll appoint you.
That's right.
No, which one is this?
This is
Not guilty plea is entered.
She's from
Well, hold on.
Saturday.
No, see, this is the thing.
Let me hear this.
What's the state's position on bond?
He said that he was trespassing.
Did I get a letter, Your Honor?
So Ms. Smith is here, Julie Smith, and she's the alleged victim, the alleged person with the protection order. And
Let me see if that.
we had a case here back in October of last year that was a domestic violence felony. It went to the grand jury. And Ms. Smith is telling me that that case got dismissed. I don't know which protection order that we are
We need to
operating.
look at this case and see what happened.
I don't know what happened with this protection order, whether it's been terminated already or not, but
Wait, this
Ms.
protection
Smith says
order-
she's not the one that called for it.
This protection order is on a 24 case,
Yeah,
not the
24-6,
25.
24-658.
What happened to 658's case?
Well, she says.
Yeah, it's got a case number in the,
That's the case of that got,
the one that went to the grand jury.
yeah. And
And it was dismissed.
so
We need
it
to
may
find
be,
out what this one. I'm on there.
okay, we're gonna have to look it up to see if it's still,
Recall it, Your Honor?
we're okay with an OR bond. You don't want a protection order now? I
No,
guess.
no. We just got married.
Well, congratulations.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Henry, I'm going to give you a signature bond as you requested.
Protection
So
order should be
I appreciate
out.
it.
If something happened to that case.
$1,000, and
Something happened and it didn't
this
get.
lady does not want a protection order, is my understanding.
She does not.
Because I don't have any notes.
So no protection
It didn't
order.
get resolved on there
and
and here.
So I guess that gives us,
No, not this
you
case.
don't have to hurry back. So
This
no
is
protection order.
24.
How about the
It's a
16th?
total different-
16 is good.
That's.
Your next hearing, Mr. Henry, is going to be June 16th at the court in Chesapeake at 10 o'clock. How does Mr. Stratton get a hold of you? Do you have a phone number where he can reach you?
Yes, sir, it's 740-646-6211.
All right. Good.
And I don't have my phone where we are now.
That you'll have
See,
later,
I
right?
can't tell if it got
Yeah.
resolved or not.
Okay, you got to be at court in Chesapeake on June 16th at 10 o'clock. Do you know where the court is?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you got to be here at 10 o'clock right there.
That's what this is based on.
Your Honor,
You'll be down there short. Okay.
so we're looking at the docket from Common Pleas Court. We see that the transcript came over from, well, it's,
No. We need to look at this case number. This is what
I
the
know.
violations are. It's not common pleas.
yes, the CRA. It was a felony. And it went to the grand jury. This one right here, 24 CRA 658. went to the grand jury, and then I just wrote in there it was dismissed. So we don't know whether it's still pending or not. And we don't have control over what happens with the protection order either.
Well, she doesn't want one either, so there's not one from this court, and there may not be one from the other court.
May not be, but
So
at the same
maybe-
time, there may still be.
So I need to dismiss this.
We'll figure it out.
It not waived to the grand jury.
Well, and if he's indicted, then it gets dismissed, but I can't tell if he got indicted.
We need to find that out. So we'll need to call and find out.
All right, so we're still
Still in 16.
Still in limbo. But he's out on a no work on, no protection order from this court.
State of Ohio versus Zachary C. Jenkins, case number CRB 25292. Kyle Maynard is on deck.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying that we're having the 24 case, not the 25. The 25 is
Jasmine, 24 CRA 658. Felony domestic waive to the grand jury.
Right.
Here it is here.
But can you tell what happened?
No, I don't know what happened
That's
to it,
what
so
I'm
we need to
saying.
figure that out.
Okay, see, and it is the 24th one.
Which case is it?
I didn't fill out those papers. The girl that was watching the lady in my house did and used my name. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Sir, are you, Zachary Taylor? Jenkins, I'm sorry, Zachary Jenkins. Zachary C. Jenkins.
She has a 24 case.
All right, Mr. Jenkins,
I can't tell.
I've been informed that there's a warrant for your arrest from Kentucky, from the Boyd County Circuit Court. So you have a right to have an extradition hearing on this issue as to whether you should be made to go to Boyd County on the charges. You have a right to have an attorney, to have one appointed if you can't afford one. You have a right to bail, to make the state of Ohio prove that there is a warrant for you. And you have a right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything. Do you understand those rights?
Yes, sir.
Do you want to have an extradition hearing, or do you want to agree to go to Boyd County?
I mean, from my understanding, my Boyd County stuff was a misdemeanor. I mean, I guess I'll just go to Boyd County and I can argue with it. But from when I was in Boyd County, they told me that I signed a paper that was a theft bond lawful taken from Walmart. They said my felony, there was only $525. They said my felony would drop to a misdemeanor when I signed the paper, and then 2 years unsupervised probation. I mean, I check into Lawrence County Probation felony every Tuesday. I don't get all I don't want from Kentucky.
Well, I don't know any of the background either, but if you want to check it out from Ohio, then I would need to appoint you a lawyer here. And now Kentucky's asked for no bond, is what it says on the warrant that I received. Or the other option is that you can agree to go back to Boyd County and, figure it out once you get over there why they have a warrant outstanding for you.
I mean, I just go to Boyd County and rather get taken care of and sit here and go to part with it, you know what I mean?
Okay, I'll let you, so you're gonna sign a waiver of extradition and agree to go to Boyd County, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We'll send that down for you to sign. I'll give them a week to pick you up. Usually it doesn't take that long.
Yeah. Is that from the time that I got arrested, or is that from today?
From today.
From today? All right. Yeah, because I don't get it, man. Like, I got a full-time job. I got my manager at Taco Bell. I got 2 years clean. Like, I don't see where this is coming from.
How did you get picked up on this?
I was asleep in my apartment, and the Ironton Police Department come knocking on my door, and said something about my car. So I walked outside. He said, walk out here and talk to me real quick. And at that time, I already knew I was about to be arrested for something. And I grabbed a cigarette and walked outside. He told me, he's like, you check into probation? I was like, I check into probation every Tuesday, man. He goes, Boyd County has like as far as I knew, that my Boyd County stuff was unsupervised. He said, well, you got parole. And I was like, well, I've never been to prison to get parole. And then he's like, oh, man, I'm just telling you what it says. And then I get here and they're telling me it's a misdemeanor for theft while lawful taken. I'm like,
okay, what it says on here is absconding, no bond, is what they're...
What's it?
Absconding means leaving without permission of the court.
Lawrence County, this sheriff right here actually come pick me up from Wood County and brought me to Lawrence County, and I've done star time and rehab over here and been on probation ever since.
Well, maybe it's some mistake, I don't know, but they've got the warrant out for you right now.
That's all right, sir, it ain't your fault.
So I'm going to give them until May 27th at 8 a.m. to pick you up. If you're still in the jail on the 27th at 10 a.m., I'm going to see you like this on teleconference, and we'll figure out what to do then, maybe release you. So usually Boyd County, within 2 or 3 days, they pick people up.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Yeah, all right, I appreciate it. Thank you.
We'll send down the waiver for you to sign.
All right, sir.
Good luck.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Kaya Maynard, case number CRB 24478. And Joseph McGranahan is on deck.
May we approach? Yes. All right, so Mr. Stratton is here. He's Mr. Maynard's attorney. You've had a chance to talk with him today.
I have.
And Mr. Maynard, I have not sentenced. He pled guilty to a theft offense, a delayed sentencing. He's gone to treatment. He actually finished inpatient, was supposed to go outpatient, relapsed at about the time he went for his assessment for outpatient. And now it's my understanding he does not want to go to treatment anymore. He just wants jail time.
Yes, Your Honor.
I think that's a terrible decision. Mr. Mayor?
Can I say something, Your Honor?
Yes, go ahead.
After thinking about it, I would rather, if it's all right, go ahead and go back to treatment if that's what you see fit.
Yes, I want you to get clean. I don't want you to go to jail. I only want to use jail to get you to the point where you want to get clean. Because we know there may be some exceptions to the statement I'm about to make, but very, very few. Most people who have a substance use problem, who go to jail with that problem, come out of the jail with a substance use problem, and a lot of times it's even worse by going to jail. So jail, in my opinion, for most people is not the solution. You have the ability to get clean. You've shown me before you can do it. You have not shown me you can do it for long term when you get back out in the community with your wife and your baby. And that's so important. You've got a baby who's what? Is she 2? About 2. So that's what I thought about you a lot this weekend. And especially your baby. Hopefully if your baby lives a normal lifespan, she's going to be alive in the next century. And what we're doing right now, what you're doing, what I'm doing to try to get you clean is going to have a huge effect on this life she's going to live for the next 80, 100 years. Who knows what the lifespan will be for her. If she has a good life, she could live 100 years easily. But we also know people who grow up in households where their substances being abused are more likely to abuse substances themselves. And we've had this conversation. You don't want that for your baby, do you?
No, sir.
That's within your control. And I know it's hard. I know I'm asking for something that's hard. I know that once you get addicted, it's hard to get clean. But it's worth it to get clean. And that hard work is worth it. You have to do the hard work to get clean and to stay clean. For your sake, you're a young man, but let's put you aside for your baby's sake, if nothing else. Right?
Yes, sir.
And we need to get your wife on board. Now, the problem there is I don't have her. She doesn't have any charges. So I got no hold on her. I can't put her in jail if she relapses or encourages you to relapse. And that's what I'm afraid happens. She's got to want to do it for herself and for your baby too. And I'll help her any way I can. And she needs to go to treatment also, in my opinion. So it has to be voluntary on her part because I don't have any charges over her head. But you need to be the man of the household and take the lead and do what's right for you, and then set the example for her, and then maybe she'll follow you.
Sir.
Okay, what I would love to see happen, and we tried to do this once before and it didn't work, what I think, this is my opinion, give you my 2 cents worth, you, your wife, and your baby all need to go back to the counseling center because they have that program, but we'll let you as a family unit go there and get treatment, and the baby can be with the both of you. And they support you both in your treatment. And we tried that once before, and I think she stayed 2 days and left.
Yeah.
Do you think she would be willing to try that again?
Probably not.
Okay. Well, so at least for Mr. Maynard, who can take him Do you have a preference? Well, I got several agencies that are willing to take you. Do you have a preference?
RRS or TCC?
They say no. RRS says no. So they're turning you down.
TCC.
The counseling center will take you though.
All right.
Okay, so let's try it, and I'm not giving up on your wife. Let's try to get her involved. And I think part of the key to that is your mom. Your mom needs to put the hammer down on her because she's living rent-free at her house, right? And your mom's taking care of the baby most of the time. I don't know if your mom's listening in.
Is his wife somebody that I can reach out to and try to talk to?
Yeah. We get, Mr. Stratton, can you get the contact information?
Yes, I
For
got
PROV, so that's the peer recovery program for people that are not inpatient. Maybe do some encouragement, mentoring, helping, coercing, whatever to get people where they need to be. So I don't think his mom's not here at court today, is she? I haven't seen her.
No.
All right, well, let's try it again. I'll release you. Do you need an ankle monitor to stay, or will you stay without an ankle monitor?
I'll stay without one.
Mr. Turvin, what do you think?
So we need to dismiss.
Without an ankle monitor? Okay. All right, we'll try you without an ankle monitor. They're going to pick you up today. And then let's come back. Yeah, let's make it a new OR bond of $2,000.
Judge,
Yes.
I think you said he does want the monitors.
Oh, you do want one. Okay. All right, I got confused on that. All right, there'll be an ankle monitor ordered placed. And then released to the counseling center. Hopefully that'll happen today. And then come back June 2nd. Are you available?
Yeah, June 2nd.
June 2nd. Is there anything, Mr. Maynard, that I can do that I haven't done to help you get clean and stay clean?
No, sir.
I want this to happen for you, your family, the community, your baby. We're all cheering you on, but you guys want it worse than anybody else. Okay? You can do it. You have shown you can do it.
Yes, sir.
Okay, June 2nd, I'll see you then.
All right.
State of Ohio versus Joseph McCranahan, case number CRA 2278, CRB 25-295A&D, CRA 25-294. James Willis is on deck.
Sir, are you Joseph McCranahan?
Yes, sir.
I'm Judge Capper at the Lawrence County Municipal Court in Chesapeake.
Yes, sir.
This is what's called your arraignment hearing. So you have a right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything. What you do say is all on the record. So you're appearing in the courtroom today on a monitor, on a television monitor, and your image and what you're saying is all getting recorded. That's what I say. So if you say something that helps the prosecutor, he's sitting right here, he can play that back to a jury or the court later in the trial. So just understand you don't have to say anything, but what you say is on the record. You have a right to have an attorney, to have one appointed if you can't afford one. You have a right to bail and to make the state of Ohio prove these charges beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand those things?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'm going to go over the charges with you now. And And they should have been faxed down to the jail by now, so you should have a copy here at the jail. Case number.
I just got a copy of the theft of the auto vehicle.
Okay, well, I'm gonna read them to you so you understand what you're facing. You don't have to agree with it, but you need to understand it. 25-294 case number is aggravated possession of drugs. It alleges that on May the 18th in Perry Township, you knowingly were in possession of methamphetamine. That's a Schedule II substance, possession of which is a felony of the 5th degree. Maximum penalty is a year in jail, $2,500 fine.
Hold up, say it again, I got charged with what now?
Possession of drugs, methamphetamine.
It's a what schedule, what class is that?
It's a Schedule II, which means it's a felony just to have it in your possession. The maximum penalty is a year in jail, $2,500. So that's the most you can get, is a year in jail, $2,500 fine.
All right.
The B case is it's 25-295. Oh, the other one was 25-294 that I just read to you. Yes, that's the possession of drugs, it's 294. 295A is resisting arrest. It's alleged that on May the 18th in Perry Township, you resisted or interfered with the lawful arrest of yourself. That's a 2nd degree misdemeanor. Maximum penalty, 90 days in jail, $750 fine. Then there is a B case to it. 295B is disorderly conduct. They allege that you were voluntarily intoxicated, engaging in conduct that created a risk of physical harm to yourself or other people or their property while you were being disorderly. So it's actually a minor misdemeanor. The maximum penalty is $150 fine. Do you understand these charges, 3 charges?
Yeah, yes.
Do you have the money to hire a lawyer?
No.
You see, then there's an old case.
That case should have been dropped, sir. It's my aunt dismissed the charges on them in 2022.
Okay. Well, I still have to arraign you on it. 2278. And maybe it'll get dismissed and maybe it won't, but it's still pending. It's alleged in that case number that on January 24th of 2022, Perry Township, you purposely deprived Tammy Rucker of property, being a 2010 Chevy Malibu. So that's a felony of the 4th degree, maximum penalty 18 months in jail, $5,000 fine. So that's one of the charges that's pending also. So you don't have a job?
Not at the moment, no.
Okay. Is Tyler Smith still here?
No, Your Honor.
Steyer? I'm getting you a lawyer, Mr. McCraney.
Roger Smith and me are back in the back.
Okay, Roger Smith.
Hey, sir, I need is there any way I can speak to my lawyer today?
You're speaking to him right now. He's in the courtroom. He heard what you said. He's right here.
Okay.
Hey.
This is
This is an arraignment on possession. He's got a possession of methamphetamine. He's got a resisting arrest. He's got a disorderly conduct. He's got an old grand theft charge from 2022.
Yes, sir.
So, what's the state's position on bond for Mr. McCraney? And I've got an address of Ironton for you. Is that right?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Your Honor, I'm checking to see if he's on any kind of probation or anything from.
Well, I did get a note from Mr. Cooper that so this could all be academic. that they believe West Virginia Parole Authority is going to put a hold on him. And he also, I think, has something out of our municipal court.
Well, under those circumstances, I think probably we just ask for a cash or surety bond, $5,000.
I'll set bond at $5,000, cash or surety.
So what's it, so can I 10% that?
Well, to the bail bondsman you can, but it sounds like you may have a holder are you on parole in West Virginia?
Yeah.
It sounds like they're going to put a holder on you, which means you're not going to get out if that's the case. So.
Okay.
And when did you come into the jail here in Ironton, Mr. Graham?
Friday. I need to have my lawyer, come and take some pictures of my body, like my hands and my feet and stuff, and what happened Friday in jail. Here, the camera footage from the state trooper's car, and the camera footage from the drug tank here, I need all that, put on record too, because I was definitely mistreated and tortured over the weekend.
Looks like then we're going to need to do the preliminary on Friday.
I'm here for the 23rd?
Yes.
Yes, state can be ready, I'll be ready.
All right, I'm setting your next hearings, Mr. McGranahan, for May 23rd, which is this Friday. Preliminary hearing on pre-trials on all your cases. And I'm also told you're going to have to go probably today over to Municipal for some kind of hearing over there on.
Yeah, it's the old line I had from before I went back to prison.
Well, I'm going to be there also. I'll speak to you when you get over to Ironton Municipal Court. We'll talk.
Okay.
I'm heading there. Okay.
May 23rd is the next hearing at 10 o'clock.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus James Willis, CRA, case number CRA 25-298. Your Honor, it's written on the file that has a preliminary or a pre-trial of the 23rd, but they had him on our jail list for today. No new charges.
All right, this is Mr. Steyer's case. He's not here. All right, Mr. Willis, you are actually set for Friday for your next hearing, so we'll see you on Friday. Your lawyer's not even here right now. Good. This case is passed to Friday at 10 o'clock. It's the next hearing.
State of Ohio versus Danielle Ham, case number CRB 25-298, A, B, C, and D.
Danielle Ham.
Crystal Minton is on deck.
All right, ma'am, are you Danielle Ham?
Yes.
Ms. Ham, I'm Judge Capper at the Orange County Municipal Court in Chesapeake. This is your arraignment hearing. You have a right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything. You have a right to have an attorney, to have one appointed if you can't afford one, to have bail, and to make the state of Ohio approve these charges beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand those rights you have?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to go over the charges with you. You should have them. They should have been faxed to the jail by now. 290, they're all misdemeanors, so I don't see any felonies here. 298A is possession of a controlled substance is the charge, and it alleges on May the 18th in Rome Township, you were in possession of clonazepam. Clonazepam is a controlled substance, possession of which is a first-degree misdemeanor. Maximum penalty 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine. The B case alleges possession of controlled substance, buprenorphine. Buprenorphine is a controlled substance. You can get it with a prescription, but apparently they're alleging you did not have a prescription. That is a first-degree misdemeanor, maximum penalty 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine. Then the C case is being in physical control of a motor vehicle while being under the influence. This alleged this happened May the 18th, also in Rome Township. That's a first-degree misdemeanor, maximum penalty is 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine. And the last charge is possession of drug abuse instrument. It's alleged May 18th you were in possession of a syringe and scales being used to administer unlawful drugs. That's a second-degree misdemeanor. Maximum penalty is 90 days in jail, $750 fine. Do you understand these charges?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand your rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
How do you plead to these charges?
Not guilty.
Do you want a lawyer appointed to represent you?
Yes.
Do you have a job?
No, I don't.
No income?
I don't see SSI.
Mr. Morford, I'll appoint you to represent her. State's position on bond.
Well, Your Honor, in reviewing the alleged facts of this case, it looks as if substance abuse might be a problem. So
She's been to the fest before.
She has. She did really well in the program. She was in a trade school program for welding, and we really wanted her to go to sober living. She went home. Her mother reached out to us this morning. I spoke with her on the phone in the jail. She is willing to go back to treatment, but we do believe we need to monitor.
we're in agreement with that.
Okay, did you hear that, Ms. Ham?
Yeah.
And you're agreeable to going back to Bethesda
Yeah, that's fine.
with an ankle monitor?
I mean, yeah, I'm not going to run.
Nobody ever says they are going to run, but some people do run. That's the problem. And here's a further problem. I don't know if you're aware of this, but once I place an ankle monitor on you, if you cut it off, the only way to get away when you got an ankle monitor is cut it off. It doesn't do any good to run with an ankle monitor because they know where you are. It tracks you right where you are when you got an ankle monitor. You could leave the facility, but you got an ankle monitor on, they know where you are. They can come pick you up. There's nowhere you can go with an ankle monitor. The only way to get away is to cut it off. Now, tell me you're not going to cut it off.
I'm not.
Okay. Nobody ever says I'm going to cut the ankle monitor off, but I have had people do that. Now here's, and this is really serious. You need this is not like, I shouldn't say this, but well, I spent some time with my grandkids. Fake promises, fake threats. I'm going to do this if you do that, and then no follow through. So they just keep doing what they're going to do. This is a real promise. If you cut the ankle monitor off, it's going to be out of my control. I won't have any control over it. Common pleas, adult probation, they're the ones that put the ankle monitors on. They do not like it. That's a mild saying. They get really upset when people cut the ankle monitors off because it costs about $2,000 per ankle monitor. So they will file every charge they can think of against you. You'll go to common pleas, you'll get indicted, and you will go to prison if you cut the ankle monitor off. Guaranteed. Everybody that's done it has gone to prison. So it's not worth it. Do you agree?
I agree.
Okay, so you got to stay there. And then eventually when I'm convinced you are going to stay and you're going to do it, then I'll take the ankle monitor off. You let me take it off. You don't take it off. You take it off, you're going to prison.
Okay.
Okay. So I'll set a $2,500 OR bond with GPS monitor. Release to Bethesda for inpatient. Come back to court June 9th?
I'm good, June 9th.
June, 3 weeks, June 9th, I'll get a report. You know what to do. You've done it before. We're gonna have to figure out the long-range plan. How are we gonna make this work? Once you get out in the community and you're not having somebody stand over you telling you what to do all the time. That's part of figuring it out. You gotta figure out what you're gonna do when you're on your own. You gotta make your own decisions. So we'll call, I guess it'll be a pre-trial. Pre-trial on June the 9th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
State of Ohio versus Crystal Minton, case number CRA 25296, CRB 25297.
Ma'am, are you Crystal Minton?
Yes, sir.
I'm Judge Capper at the Lawrence County Municipal Court. This is your arraignment. The purpose of the hearing is to tell you what the charges are that you're facing and take a plea from you. You have a right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything. If you do make statements, everything you're saying is on the record. It's being recorded. It can be used against you by the prosecutor sitting right here listening to everything you're saying. So be careful about what you do say. You have a right to have an attorney. You have a right to have one appointed if you can't afford one, and to have bail and make the state prove this charge beyond a reasonable doubt. You understand those rights you have?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm going to go over the charge with you. It's obstructing official business is what you're charged with. The state's alleging that at Union Township on May 17th, without the right to do so, you purposely prevented or obstructed a public official in doing their official act or authorized duties. That's a second-degree misdemeanor. Maximum penalty of 90 days in jail, $750 fine. You understand the charge?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead to this charge?
Your Honor, there's another charge too.
Oh, okay, wait, hold up, there's another charge I missed. Okay. So that was 297, there's a case number 296, so let me go over that with you. And it's aggravated possession of drugs, so it's a more serious charge, it's a felony. You've got a felony 5 possession of drugs charge. It's alleged that May 17th, you knowingly were in possession of methamphetamine and Schedule II substance. Maximum penalty for that's a year in jail, $2,500 fine. You understand that charge?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now I can't, since you've got a felony, I'm not allowed to ask you for a plea at the first hearing. So I'm not, forget I asked you for a plea on the misdemeanor. So now I just need to know, do you have the money to hire a lawyer?
No, sir.
Do you have a job?
No, sir.
All right, Mr. Stratton, I'll appoint you to represent Ms. Minton.
I'm guessing those charges go together, correct, Your Honor?
She's got a possession of drugs and obstructing official business misdemeanor.
Both of them on the same date?
Yeah, same day, yeah. And she's got I've got a Catlettsburg, Kentucky address for you, ma'am, is that right? Do you live in Catlettsburg?
No, I live in Milton. I
Milton.
take care of my parents, yeah.
What's your address in Milton?
I'm sorry,
Your address in Milton?
75 Smelser, Smelser Lane, Milton, West Virginia, 25541.
How close is that to the Mud River?
To the Mud River. I'm right by the Milton Flea Market. I don't know about the Mud River.
Oh, well, the mighty mud flows right through Milton.
I don't see no rivers if I'm on that side. They live in a gated community.
Okay. What's the state's position on bond?
Well, and this is another situation in which it appears maybe there's a drug issue that needs to be addressed. So we would not be opposed to her being released from jail on some terms if she were to be assessed for treatment.
Did you hear that, ma'am?
Yeah, what was it again, please, could you say it again, I'm sorry.
The prosecutor says he's okay with you getting out of jail on a minimal bond if you agree to go to treatment.
I wouldn't object to that.
Okay. How do you pay for medical? Do you have a medical card?
I've applied for a medical card, but I haven't received it yet. I haven't received it in the mail yet.
Have you
I
ever
was
had
approved.
one?
I had one a few years ago, but I didn't renew it. I didn't go to the doctor or anything, so I've been going, I was trying to get back into going to the doctor.
Was
And I applied for a medical card, I just haven't received it in the mail yet.
West Virginia medical card?
Yes, sir.
Kentucky?
Yes, sir.
West Virginia? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Are you okay with going to a faith-based treatment program?
What's that mean, faith-based, like a religious?
Yes.
Yeah, that doesn't bother me at all, yes.
Well, I've got one that's willing to take you,
Okay,
Bethesda. So I'm going to release you to Bethesda now. And I guess we'll do it without an ankle monitor. Here's the thing, since you've got a felony,
okay,
if you leave and go to Milton or any place, if you go anywhere on a felony warrant's good anywhere.
okay.
So you can't run, you can run to Milton.
I don't know, I want to deal with this.
Well, good, you should deal with it. But people lie to me all the time and say they're not going to run, and they run, so. But I'm just letting you know, it's not going to do you that much good because you got a felony and that warrant's going to follow you anywhere you go. It's good.
Yeah, I need help, I do, I know it.
Okay, well, here's a chance to get clean. So,
Thank you.
So we'll release you, they'll pick you up today, and you'll go there, and it's a nice place, and they're gonna be good to you. And but you gotta do what they tell you to do, when they tell you to do it, how they tell you to do it.
I will.
Okay. Get good.
Thank you.
You're gonna come back to me periodically, and they're gonna give me reports on how you're doing, so come back with good reports.
Okay, I will.
And then eventually, if you do that, you can even get this felony dismissed.
Yep.
I hope so, I ain't never had anything like that on my record.
Well,
That'll kill me.
yeah, it'd be good to get it off your record and get clean. That's a win-win. Get clean, and you don't have a felony on your record.
Thank you, help.
Okay, so June 2nd?
Yeah, that'll work.
Your next hearing is going to be June 2nd for a preliminary hearing and pretrial. And she can have a $2,000 OR bond released to Bethesda for inpatient.
All right.
Do you have a cell phone or anything that you're going to be taking with you to Bethesda?
No, not with me, I do have a cell phone, it's just that it got sent home when I got pulled over and didn't let me bring it with me.
Okay, well, it won't be any good to give Mr.
Yeah.
She won't be able to get it for a while anyway, will she?
No, you can call me.
Okay, there you go.
We're finished at the jail, you know.
Okay, that finishes up in the jail.
State of Ohio versus Ashley Wallace here in the court, case number CRB 24557, set for sentencing. Ashley Wallace. Wallace.
She's here. It's right on the corner.
May I approach your honor?
Yes. Okay, this is on the sentencing today.
Yes.
So it sounds like there's stuff still being worked on.
She is making improvements.
Okay, very good. Another month or so,
Yes, Your Honor.
June 23rd?
Yes, that'll work.
June 23rd for sentencing. 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Thank you, Judge.
You are.
State of Ohio versus Clarence Mayhem, case number PRD 25207A and B.
So on the sentencing docket, Mr. Mayhem is here, you're trying to get your license, right?
Yes, sir.
How's that going?
I've not got anything back. I tried to get the money back up to go and get it taken care of. But luck's not been on my side very much lately.
Well, what do you want to do? Do you want more time or you want to get it over with?
A little more time.
How much time do you think you need?
A couple weeks,
Let's go, Mom.
month, okay.
It always goes by faster than you think.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
Let's see, June 23rd.
Okay, I don't think.
That's a Monday.
Okay, I'm pretty on
Is that good?
Yes.
All right, June 23rd, sentencing, 10 o'clock.
State of Ohio versus Donald J. Wilson Jr., case number PRC 072723, A, B, and C.
This is on the sentencing docket. Mr. Wilson is paying on his fines. Yeah, you paid something on the 15th, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we'll set you for June 23rd.
All right, thank you, sir.
June 23rd, 10 o'clock.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Amy Tickner, CRB 2555.
This is set for trial today.
It is.
And it's Mr. Smith's case.
It is, I understand the state's going to move for a continuance. I would ask for a dismissal. My client is here. We're prepared to go forward. She's got witnesses here. If the state wants to dismiss and refile, that's their prerogative. I ask the case be dismissed because the complaining party is not available today.
You want to nolly it then? Because I'm probably going to dismiss it otherwise.
Yeah, well, nolly.
All right, it'll be nolly.
State of Ohio versus
You have to apply
James
for it, they can
Dickus,
take it.
case number CRD 25181. James Dickus. Here in court.
All right, this is James Dickus is set for trial today. Mr. Hill.
Your Honor, the other gentleman who's also charged similarly is Mr. Fortner.
State of Ohio versus Tim
Call him
Fortner,
too.
case number CRB 25183. Tim Fortner.
Tim Fortner, come into court. And he's not here. Or is he here?
I don't think so, Your Honor.
I have no clue.
Tim Fortner?
I've only met the guy one time.
No answer, Your Honor.
Well, if he didn't show up and Mr.
Maybe that proves who's in the right, who shows up.
Yeah, I guess the last time we were here, you wanted the cases, you were okay with them being dismissed, or did you want to pursue?
No, he sucker punched me. I went to talk to the man, he sucker punched me, and that's when
Okay.
we got in our little scuffle.
All right, I'm sorry, I'm confused. Are you Fortner or are you?
I'm
He's
Dickus.
You're Dickus. All right. Well, then we're going to dismiss the charge against Mr. Dickus.
Give one for Mr. Fortner.
Well, yeah, and what we're going to do, if they had both shown up and both insisted that they still wanted to have a trial, I was actually going to charge each of them with assault and have charges ready, because really, what we had anticipated is that, maybe they'd each want to have them dismissed, but I understand that Mr. Dickus wants to pursue this, and I'm going to file the assault charge against Mr. Forker. And we'll be back at a later date.
Yeah, I mean.
Okay, so Mr. Dickus, your case is dismissed for your defendant. And what's going to happen then, on Mr. Fortier, they're going to file a more serious charge against him and then ask for a warrant, I assume, for his arrest, especially since he didn't show up yet. I assume you're okay with that?
Yeah, I mean, it's,
You're free to go. They'll probably have to subpoena you to come back as a complaining party witness once they come into court.
okay, now they bring witness or with me or what?
When it comes time.
When it comes time, they'll want you.
It won't be a trial at first. This is a more serious charge, assault.
Right, I understand.
First thing we'll do is get him into court, and then we'll go forward from there. And then before we have a trial, we'll get to talk, you and I get to talk.
Okay, so somebody, the sheriff or somebody's gonna subpoena me to come back to court, right?
Yes, and let's make sure we've got your telephone number. What's your number?
740-534-2623.
Okay. We'll get a hold of you.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're free to go, sir.
I'm
Yes,
all
sir.
good?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you.
So does the state want to amend this 25-183 or just file totally new charge?
Well, we can just move to amend it, can't we? Yeah, especially, I think, because it was based on the affidavit of the complaining party, so.
Go ahead and file an amended charge and I'll issue a warrant for his arrest since he didn't appear today.
Okay.
State of Ohio recalls William Earls of the Lawrence County Jail, case number CRA 25187, CRB 25188.
We were at a call first before we.
Okay. Well, I think we have letters.
Okay, we can do him.
State of Ohio versus Charles Fricky, case number TRC 241281, A and B.
Or else we need to call, try to call Mary to call. Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Have you received a copy of the complaint for probation violation?
I didn't receive it. Back there with it was.
Okay. We're gonna, let me go over it with you and then, Mr. Morford, I'll appoint you to represent him. It's alleged that he used crack cocaine while he was at Bethesda and was on probation at that time, so it's a violation of his probation. How do you plead to that, sir?
Not guilty.
Okay. I'll appoint Mr. Morford to represent you. He was your attorney previously. And let's get him served with a copy of the probation violation complaint. I'm going to set bond for him at $1,500 cash or surety. Can you post the bond?
No, it's supposed to put my job today.
Okay, well, we better set it for a pretrial pretty quick. Yes. We'll have to move it. Okay. We can set it for Friday, May 23rd. We're gonna need to make arrangements. From my understanding, he's got a vehicle that's here. We're gonna have to get it moved because the parking lot's gonna be blocked up.
So we get no law on, Your Honor.
No. You wanna talk to the bail bondsman? You can post, you can use a surety.
What was that mean?
Bail bondsman.
I did inform that
Do we have some charges ready for?
It's on Mr. McGinnis, there are some charges, and they don't have them all. I will try to get the charges to the law court.
Okay. Well, we'll work on Mr. Earls, and then we'll see if they have charges filed with them. Mr. McGinnis, they're working on getting your charges filed. So just hang around. Court's in recess.